Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. Brothers and sisters, I hope 2026 has been treating you well. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Babaji, and I run a store called Prapira Vocal Specialist, located at Whampoa West, Block 34. Now, I have been doing this business, providing spiritual services, selling amulets, talismans and charms for close to 2 decades now. Some of you may have seen a YouTube video by our grandfather stories, Hidden Hustles, a few years ago. And some of you may know me from previously having engaged my services. Then there are also some people who have seen videos by MOSG. I was featured as an occultist. So it would be fair to say that I've been involved with occult practices. I've been consulted on occult beliefs, I've been consulted on demonology. I've been consulted by those people who are paranormal investigators, who do ghost hunting, and they are want to use modern equipment like EVPs, voice box. They have meters by which they can measure the electricity in a room. They have machinery which can measure the temperature drop in a room, so on and so forth. Apart from that, my clients used to consult me majority of the times for cases of possession, removal of black magic, for love binding rituals, relationship rituals, rituals for prosperity, for good health, and also for guidance. Where that is concerned, through guidance I mean astrology. I used to do astrology, Vedic astrology to be precise. Now, for the last 2 years, I have been operating via an appointment basis. I took the time to recover, travel the world, see new things, have new experiences. Recently, as a matter of fact, earlier this week, today is the 14th of January, Wednesday, officially reopened on the 12th at 3 p.m. for walk-in customers, clients, for those people who would want to drop by to say hello or to consult me or to even, just chit-chat. Now, last year in November, I recall coming across a very frightening example of a spiritual possession case that happened to a young man of about 28 years of age. I was first contacted by this young man's mother. So as you can guess, I want to talk about some of the cases I have recently seen come across my way, and I found an alarming trend in them. Why I call it alarming is because in the first case that I mentioned of the young man, he has been possessed, haunted, victimized and oppressed by a very powerful, inhuman entity for the last 5 years. His mother contacted me about her son's erratic behavior, about his refusal to go out, for basic hygiene not being observed, for total change in his character. And he used to be a very lovely, cheerful young man. She arranged for him to come down for a discussion with me at night, where I would be able to assess whether there was indeed any spiritual entity attached to him. During the course of that interaction, after speaking to him, I brought him into my room, this room as I am right now in sitting, went into meditation, did some mantra jap. And I told him about some things that I should not know, that he was fully aware of. This was done to verify what I'm going to say next, to be true or not. So this case involved a Pichashini. The Pichashini is a powerful negative entity similar to demons or Demoness, if there is such a term. However, the case wasn't as simple as it seemed. This young man was terribly oppressed, couldn't leave the house, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, was seeing doctors for insomnia, getting pills, tablets. He was taking them, but he was unable to fall asleep. The party lives in the west side of Singapore, the young man. On the day of my attempt to remove this Pichashini entity, which is not something I've commonly come across, in a case with a client. The last was a couple of years back, and it took a lot out of me. So this case in November, on that day I had 2 other people present to support me. Videos were taken. I have not obtained permission to release these videos of the said exorcism, but the name of the entity was revealed, and with the grace and the blessings of the great Ma Kali, who is behind me, I was successful in helping this young man reunite with his parent, his mom. I spoke to him about a week, messaged him about a week after the healing session, and he was fine. He was getting his life back on track, and I was very happy for him. I have not heard from him after that. That set me wondering how a normal young man could be afflicted by a Pichashini entity for 5 years in Singapore. The reason I'm making this video today is because of a case I encountered earlier this week. On Monday, a male client approached me for assistance. With a similar and a very powerful entity called a Karna Pichashini. Now, Karna Pichashini is very popular or viral in India these days because of her abilities. The Karna Pichashini is supposed to be able to tell you the past, present and future, manipulate future events to the advantage of the sadhaka or the person who has won her favor. There's a lot of misconception about the Karna Pichashini that has been not properly addressed on social media. A lot of people claim to have had encounters with this entity. There have been many documentaries and film episodes made on this entity, the Karna Pichashini, in India. It's a very popular series called Fear Files, and even I have seen this short movie on Fear Files about the Karna Pichashini some years back. Now, a Karna Pichashini is no trifling spirit. It is a very powerful entity, powers similar to a Yakshini, who has been chased down to the nether regions because of misconduct. These entities are very powerful. In the next video, I will talk about the Karna Pichashini and how I encountered her this week.
नमस्ते कालिके देवी नमस्ते भक्तवत्सले मूर्खतां हर मे देवी प्रतिभा जायदायिनी काली काली महाकाली कालिके पापनाशिनी धर्मार्थ मोक्षदे देवी